Cloudinary's media library offers an extensive feature set to organize your assets, from archiving them into folders to adding metadata. To automate this, you can use the Eval property on the upload function of the Cloudinary API. This way you can add metadata to your media assets at upload, saving you time. This example is in Node.js, and to make it work you need a Cloudinary npm package and a Cloudinary configuration setup like this. To get started, we are adding a run function that fires off when we fire off our node function, and it is async. And to be able to upload an image, we actually need to have an image to give to that function. And you can see this image lives here in /images and then my unsplash file, and this is the image that we are uploading. So to actually upload anything into Cloudinary, we need to fire a function in their SDK. So we're awaiting Cloudinary's upload function with our image. And to be able to see the result, let's add a few console logs so we know what's happening around us. And so now we've ended up in the place where you have a simple feature set to upload an image in Node.js. And in this video, we are interested in the Eval property. And so we can actually start using that by adding a second parameter to the upload function. To be able to make that a little bit more useful, let's add a new variable called Eval code. As you can see, this here is a string, but this is actually JavaScript that helps us with the evaluation. So for the resource info for the asset that we're uploading, if the width is bigger than the height, let's add a tag called landscape to the upload. So Cloudinary now has metadata about this media asset, that it is landscape or not. And so to be able to make that work, let's add this one, and then let's also console log that eval specifically. So now we're looking at, okay, this is the image we're uploading, this is what we're evaluating, and this was Cloudinary gave back to us. So let's go to our terminal and run. We have now uploaded our image to Cloudinary, and this was our image for upload. This is what we were evaluating, and this is what came back from Cloudinary services to say, your image was uploaded, and this is all the data that we used. And you can actually see that there is now a landscape tag added. So let's have a look at the media library to see what this looks like. You can see our image was added, and here in the metadata tab it says landscape, which means it understood that this is a bigger width than height, and it added the tag. Now let's add another image which is a little bit blurry, and based on that blurriness we can also add some metadata. So for that, let's change out our image to a blurry image, in which you can say quality analysis is true. And now that quality analysis is true, and let's change our eval code to do slightly different stuff. So our eval code at the moment is looking at the focus is smaller than 0.5, and then it adds a blurry tag. And as you can see in my file name here, this is a pretty blurry image. So let's run this again. All right, so you can see we have uploaded our blurry images. We have checked if the focus is smaller than 0.5. And you can see that the tag blurry was added. Let's have a look at our media library. So refresh. And here you can see our blurry image was added, and there is a blurry tag added in the metadata. Make sure you go to the Cloudinary documentation and find out more about Eval, because it can do a few more exciting things like figuring out if there's faces in the image and things like that. Happy coding!